Hello, hello, hello. This is Africans Leaving America. And we have Mrs. April West. Can you please introduce yourself to the platform, sis?
Hi, you guys. My name is April West, and I am an African American trying to leave America.
So, April, I want to know, when did you decide that you wanted to go to Africa? And was it everything that you expected when you got there?
Okay, I decided I wanted to go to Africa, I would say last year during when we first started the pandemic last year, March. Because I got bored, then I started joining some groups, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to go to Africa. Because I've always had this obsession with Africa. I say started probably like 4 years ago. I don't know why. I just started getting obsessed with Africa, African men. I don't know why. So yeah, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go. And guess what? I've never even been on a plane before. Never. First time being on a plane and then flying across the country. That was crazy. But I did it and I loved it. And Africa was actually, I mean, I really didn't know what to expect. Of course, you know what we see on TV, like the poor, the village living. It was, you know, it wasn't really, I was really surprised about some of I went to Ghana, which is like, it's a very developed country, you know. I think one of the most developed countries in West Africa, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure. But it was everything I expected plus more. Yeah.
And when you first like stepped off the plane to go inside the airport, you know, you got to go on the little train, you know, and when you got inside the airport, how did you feel? Did you feel like it was organized? How was the COVID protocol? How was that?
Yes, Ghana airport is very, very organized. Like, kudos to them. Like because at one point I'm like, oh my God, what if I'm gonna get lost? Like, I don't know, I don't speak, you know. They had everything. Well, it was like a walk to the park, like very, very organized. Yeah.
Now, when you got there inside the airport, did you have to take the COVID testing? What was the pricing on that? Was it a speedy process or was it a long wait?
Yes, so Ghana does require you to, even before boarding the plane here in America, you have to show proof of that you took a COVID test here, the PCR test. You have to show that before getting on the plane. And then you also have to show proof that you paid your $150 fee to test in Ghana once you land at the airport. Okay. So yes, the there in Ghana airport is $150. And it's a rapid test. It took literally like probably 10 minutes to get my results. So,
okay.
Quick and easy.
Well, that's a good thing because we all know once we get off the plane, we just want to hurry up and, you know, get things rolling so we can go out and see Africa, honey.
Yes.
I totally understand. Well, I'm glad that everything went well for you as far as the airport goes. Now, I want to ask you, are you single?
No, I actually have a boyfriend in Ghana.
Okay.
Yes, we actually met on Facebook last year. Remember I told you I just started joining groups because I was bored. So I met him in a group on Facebook last year in March. So it's been 1 year for us. 1 year and like 2 months. So yeah.
So I have a question. Sure. Do you plan on bringing him to the States or do you plan on repatriating to Africa eventually?
I'm planning on bringing him here and eventually Ghana, I call that my second home. So we're gonna live here, but you know, we're gonna be, go back and forth. Ghana's gonna be our second home, So definitely gonna, but yes, I do plan on bringing him here to the States.
Okay. Now, do you plan on doing the K-1 visa or are you gonna get married in Ghana?
We were thinking of just getting married in Ghana and gonna elope, go there again, come back married.
That is great.
Pop up there.
Yeah, girl, that is great. I have a friend that I grew up with. She did the same thing. She went to Ghana and got married. I interviewed her first. She was my first interview on this platform. So if you want to go hear her story, you can go check her out on my YouTube channel at Africans Leaving America. So yeah, me and her, we're from the same hometown, and you know, I just needed to get a story out there. You know what I mean? I want to get as many stories as I can out there about Africa, you know, and the beauty of it, and how Africa's home to us over here in America. You know, Africa is home.
Exactly. And you know, when I was going, of course, like my family, they were looking at me like I was crazy. Like, you're going where? My friends, I was like, I even asked like a couple of my friends if they wanted to go with me because, you know, it's my first time traveling, never been on a plane. I didn't want to go by myself. They're like, you know, looking at me like I'm crazy. like I asked them to go to war or something, like. But so they now saw my experience and now they want to go. Because everyone think of Africa, for some reason everyone gets afraid, like, oh my gosh, they're gonna do this and they're gonna kidnap. I'm like, no.
And you know, they go off of what they've been taught over here in the States. Right. You know, and you know, I really don't blame them for that. But I just wish that people would have more of an open mind, you know?
Exactly.
Because just like there is ghettos, there's also, you know, wealthy people as well. And there are wealthy people in Africa, as you saw, I'm sure.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Indeed, yes. Mercedes, Range Rovers, mansions, they got all of that. Like,
yes, ma'am. And it's like they have pretty much everything that we have, most definitely.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. I love it. I love it.
So I want to know, like, what was like one of your favorite things to do there? Because I'm pretty sure you did have like a experience out there as far as the nightlife or, you know, just day traveling. So was there anywhere specific that you went that you just enjoyed that you would recommend to people?
Well, believe it or not, I didn't really, I have a whole list of what I'm going to do next time. But on this trip, I didn't really like go out and party. I was mainly like just taking everything in. Favorite thing that I love to do was eat.
They have a lot of food, don't they, girl? Like so much food you've never seen.
Yes. And you know what's crazy? I actually have no complaints about anything I tried. This is wachi. I don't know if you had that before.
I've never had wachi. I've never had it.
So that's my favorite. I enjoyed the beach. We went to the beach a couple times. And my number one thing I wanted to do when I go there was go to the slave castles. You know, I did go there. Yes, I wanted to experience that. So I went to Elmina and Cape Coast. We went to those two, and it was just such an emotional experience. Like,
it was.
Wow.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Especially like, I don't know if when you went before the person came out to give us a tour, we went to this room where like we saw the chains of the slaves that were taken over to the Americas. We saw like pictures of previous kings, and it was just like a lot of history inside this room that we sat in before we went out. Did you go to that room before you actually went on the tour?
I don't remember seeing chains. I would have loved to see that. I remember going inside of a room and they did have like some pictures. Then they also have like a model of the castle.
Yeah, they had chains in there. They had a lot of like different things from like, you know, years ago, as far as like, what we were enslaved with. Yeah, they had all that type of stuff. But that was emotional for me too, sis.
It really is.
You know what? I'm pretty sure everyone that is from the United States that has visited Elmina, I'm sure they felt the same way. Very emotional. It's really not something that you would want to go to again. I feel like one and done.
Yeah. Exactly. And I'm from, I don't know if you know anything about Charleston, South Carolina, and that was one of the first places, the slaves were brought. And even back home, back in Charleston, they still have like all the slave houses, like the little dungeons where they still have all that there too. So it was like just really emotional and just close to home for me, because like it's like, wow, my ancestors were in here. Like, wow. Yeah, it just makes you, I don't know, makes you kind of, angry at the same time as well. Just, yeah.
It makes you angry, and it also makes you kind of thankful that, right. We are where we are here today because of our ancestors. Yeah. And, I really thank them for everything they went through so we can live how we live today. But I feel like we are our ancestors' wildest dreams, because through us, they are able to go back to Africa. They didn't have a choice. They didn't know how to get back home. But now, by the grace, honey, we are able to go back, and live, through them. So kudos to you, honey. Kudos to you for taking the leap. The first one out of your family to take the leap to leave and go to see Africa for yourself, because at the end of the day, you are seeing it for yourself through your eyes, So now you are able to let people that doubted your trip know, hey, Africa is safe, And I want to ask you, did you feel safe while you were there?
100%. I actually, believe it or not, I kind of felt more safer there than here.
Yes.
Life is just so much more simpler. Like, not that say crimes don't happen, because crimes happen everywhere, but I felt absolutely safe. Like, everyone's just minding their business, having a good time, just living, just want to work, just want to survive. I felt safe. Yes, I did.
Now, did you go to any markets while you were there? As far as shopping, what did you do for shopping?
I got this dress from a market.
Hey, that's cute too, girl.
Yes, girl. I got a lot of my closet. I actually got my hair braided there too. Yes, I got my hair braided there. And
how much did you pay to get your hair braided?
Guess what? So I went up there with some faux locks, right? They took my locks down, washed my hair, and put these in, and he told me he spent only $30. But you won't be paying nothing less than $200 for these here in the States. So
most definitely.
I went to like 2 or 3 markets. I couldn't even tell you like the name of them, but I know one of them was kind of near the airport. And that market is like, I guess they can tell when you're American. Like, they can tell because they're like, hey, come over here. Yeah, so I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I went to like 2 or 3 markets, and I got me some dresses, the little rags, the exfoliating rags, some of those. What else did I get? Like some soap. Oh, I got 2 big things of shea butter.
Oh yes, honey, you have to get the shea butter. Isn't it so cheap? It's so cheap there.
Yes, everything's like mad cheap. I'm like, this is only how much?
I know.
But one thing I wish, which I live and you learn, I'm not going to pack, because I packed like a lot of clothes. So I didn't even wear like a lot of the stuff that I brought. And then I wanted to bring a lot of stuff with me, that weight on the plane. So I'm like, you know what? Next time I'm packing light, because I know I'm going to bring back a lot of stuff home.
Definitely.
Yeah. And they have everything in me there. Like, when I was packing, he was like, listen, you're not going to need all this stuff that you're telling me you're bringing, because we have everything here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to pack like tissue. I don't know like what's wrong with me. I was about to pack tissue, like fans. Like, I was just, because I've never been, so.
You just didn't know what to expect once you got there. But I'm glad that you saw the truth when you went. Like the stereotype of Africa is just, so overrated,
Right.
And
right.
It takes people like you to go for the first time to tell people that has never been, So I'm really thankful that you were able to go. You were safe. You had a good time. And I also want to know, what would you tell someone who was thinking about going to Africa or Ghana for the first time? What would you tell them?
I will tell someone who's thinking about going to Africa, or Ghana, since I've been there for the first time, it's just Africa, period. Go in with an open mind. Like, don't leave America home for a minute, you know? Just have an open mind, enjoy the experience, try out the food, just have an open mind. Mainly, that's the main thing you have to do. Like, have an open mind. Like, they have everything you need. Like, it's safe. I felt safe. Like, just great. The people are very nice. I have no complaints. I mean, the only thing you have to do is just have an open mind and just go. Just enjoy the experience. That's all.
Well, thank you, Miss April, for your time. And I really appreciate it. And when you go in January, I would like to do a follow-up interview when you get back. So I say around February, maybe March,
Sure.
Once you come back and get settled. I want to do a follow-up interview with you. Now, when you go back in January, will you be getting married then, or are you just going to visit again?
Yeah, for my family, I'm going to come back married. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, look, I am not going to include that last part in our video. Thank you again. This is Africans Leaving America, Miss April West, and I appreciate you for granting me this interview.
You're very welcome. And
you have a blessed day, sister.
You have a blessed day too, and we will talk again later.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.